August 20th, 2007, dawned like any other day for campers at the national park on scenic Jedediah Island, located off the coast of Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. But the day took a surprising turn when a shocking discovery was made on one of the island's beaches. A size 12 Adidas sneaker, blue and white, was found washed up on the shore by a young girl visiting from Washington State. Inside the shoe, nestled in the sock, was a man's severely decayed right foot, a startling find for anyone, let alone a young visitor. This could easily be mistaken for a macabre tale meant to spook children or warn them of the sea's dangers, if this event were isolated, but August 20th was just the start. 6 days later, another discovery 30 miles southeast on Gabriola Island, a size 15 black and white Reebok shoe with another severed and decayed right foot was found on the beach. If the occurrences had stopped there, it might have been a bizarre anecdote. However, the truly unsettling aspect of this story is that over the next 17 years, 18 more severed feet were found along the shores of the Salish Sea, with 13 in Canadian territory and 5 in U.S. waters. This is the unsettling mystery of the Salish Sea Feet. The Salish Sea, a sprawling and intricate network of coastal waterways, spans the border between the U.S. state of Washington and the Canadian province of British Columbia. Covering a vast expanse of approximately 6,900 square miles, this aquatic terrain is not only expansive, but also varies dramatically in depth. On average, the sea reaches depths of about 430 feet, offering a substantial volume of marine habitat. Yet it's in its deepest trenches that the Salish Sea reveals its true depths, plunging down to a profound 2,200 feet at its most cavernous point. This rich and diverse body of water serves as a crucial ecosystem for a myriad of marine species and plays a significant role in the cultural and economic livelihoods of the region. Its waters navigate through a complex maze of channels, straits, and inlets, forming a natural puzzle that beckons both researchers and explorers alike to uncover its secrets. The grisly mystery continued when on a chilling morning on Valdez Island, a size 11 Nike sneaker holding a right foot belonging to a man missing from Surrey for 4 years was discovered by an unsuspecting beachgoer. As spring unfurled its leaves, things continued to get more and more macabre. In May on Kirkland Island, a woman's right foot sheathed in a New Balance sneaker washed ashore, belonging to a soul who had leapt from New Westminster's Patello Bridge 4 years prior. Just a few weeks later, a pair was reunited when a hiker on Westham Island stumbled upon a man's left foot and a matching size 11 Nike, confirming it belonged to the man whose right foot had emerged in February. The pattern of perplexing discoveries continued, with each subsequent find stirring more intrigue and heartache. By summer's peak in 2008, another man's foot, a size 11 shrouded in seaweed, appeared near Pisht, Washington, its owner's identity still a mystery. The discoveries cascaded through the years: a woman's matching left foot found in Richmond, the eerie reappearance of a child's or a woman's foot on Whidbey Island, and the poignant unearthing of a local fisherman's foot on Sasamat Lake, missing since 1987. Winter's cold brought no respite. On a somber December day in 2010, a boy's size 6 hiking boot cradling a severed right foot was discovered in the tidal flats of Tacoma. The narrative continued into 2011, with feet found in Vancouver and near Seattle's Lake Union, each enshrouded in mystery and evading identification. Through the years, the Salish Sea yielded more than 20 feet, from the serene Centennial Park in Seattle to the rugged shores of Botanical Beach in Vancouver. Each discovery was meticulously documented, yet many remained nameless, their stories untold. The most recent chapter unfolded on a peaceful July day in 2023, when the shores of Gonzales Beach in Victoria bore witness to the latest grisly find. Another foot, details of its origin and demise still veiled in secrecy. This series of unexplained phenomena, scattered across time and tide, invites us into a haunting narrative that intertwines loss, mystery, and the relentless pursuit of answers by those who refuse to let the departed be forgotten. The Salish Sea Feet mystery, as it came to be known, serves as a chilling reminder of the ocean's power to both shield and reveal, holding tight to its secrets while occasionally allowing glimpses into the abyss. You might initially imagine scenarios ripped straight from a crime thriller, perhaps the mob disposing of enemies in the Pacific, or a serial killer with a morbid fascination for feet. In many mysteries, these would be plausible theories. However, they don't apply here. Authorities, including police and coroners, have thoroughly investigated and dismissed the possibility of foul play in these incidents. Each case has been attributed to either suicide, accidental death, or what's often termed in the United Kingdom as death by misadventure. So the question remains, why have so many severed feet belonging to various individuals washed ashore in this specific region? The answer lies not in the macabre or the malevolent, but in science. One intriguing explanation for the mysterious appearance of severed feet along the Salish Sea shorelines emerged from research conducted in 2007 by forensic scientist Gally Anderson. Due to ethical restrictions on using human bodies for research, Anderson utilized a pig carcass, which closely mimics human body size and composition, to simulate human decomposition in marine environments. Shortly after the pig was submerged, it descended to the ocean floor, quickly attracting a host of marine scavengers. Among these were shrimp and Dungeness crabs, often termed lazy scavengers, for their tendency to consume the softest, most accessible parts of their prey first, such as the facial orifices and softer abdominal regions. Notably, one of the most vulnerable parts of the body in this context is around the ankle. These scavengers feast on the flesh and tender tendons encircling the ankle, gradually weakening the area until the foot detaches. Encased in a buoyant shoe, the severed foot is then carried by currents, eventually washing ashore, as the eerie discoveries reported in the region. This scientific perspective provides a naturalistic explanation to what might otherwise be a macabre mystery. A significant detail in the Salish Sea Feet mystery is that the majority of the washed-up feet were encased in sneakers, not high heels or other types of footwear. This pattern raises the question, is this mere coincidence, or is there an underlying reason for it? Scientific analysis provides a compelling explanation. In the early 2000s, the design of athletic shoes underwent a notable transformation. Manufacturers began incorporating materials and structural changes aimed at increasing the buoyancy of these shoes. This design shift meant that sneakers could float more effectively on water compared to other footwear types. Similarly, many work boots are designed with buoyant materials, which helps to explain why the discovered footwear predominantly includes these two types. This characteristic significantly increases the likelihood that if separated from a body at sea, these shoes would eventually wash ashore, carrying the remains encased within them. While the theory of sneaker buoyancy provides a logical explanation for why feet in shoes might wash ashore, it doesn't fully explain why the Salish Sea has seen such a high number of these occurrences compared to other bodies of water. This phenomenon has prompted further inquiry into the unique conditions present in this specific marine environment. One prevailing hypothesis attributes this anomaly to the geographical and meteorological characteristics of the Salish Sea. The area's prevailing winds, which typically blow from east to west, play a significant role in directing floating debris towards the western shoreline. This pattern could significantly increase the likelihood of objects reaching the coast. Moreover, the depth of the Salish Sea, which exceeds 2,000 feet at its deepest points, provides another part of the explanation. Heavier parts of the body, such as the torso and head, are likely to sink and remain submerged due to their weight. In contrast, feet, particularly when encased in buoyant sneakers, are light enough to rise to the surface. Once afloat, these feet can be carried by currents and winds until they eventually make landfall along the coast. This combination of deep water and specific wind patterns creates optimal conditions for these unusual findings along the shores of the Salish Sea. As we've seen from the list of recovered feet, many of the victims remain unidentified, and the precise causes of their deaths are often undisclosed. This uncertainty invites speculation, including the possibility of foul play. Even with the scavenger theory potentially explaining the detached feet, the question arises, could some victims have been murdered? Given the advanced state of decay in which these feet are found, determining the cause of death, even if the rest of the bodies were recovered, would be exceptionally challenging. Decomposition severely complicates forensic analysis, making it difficult to detect signs of trauma or foul play. While the notion of a serial killer operating in the Pacific Northwest and disposing of bodies in the Salish Sea is theoretically possible, it seems improbable. There are no evident links among the known victims, who vary widely in age and shoe size, suggesting a lack of common pattern typically indicative of a serial offender. These factors, combined with the natural and other accidental explanations supported by forensic science, lean away from the theory of a murderer at large. While the future remains uncertain, it is likely that the shores of the Salish Sea will continue to yield detached feet. Given the history of accidents, suicides, and even the remote possibility of foul play, bodies of water worldwide have often been the final resting places for the unfortunate. The Salish Sea, with its conditions that favor the drifting of objects to its shores, suggests that more macabre findings could be inevitable. The phenomenon of disembodied feet washing up along the Salish Sea has largely been unraveled, yet with many victims still unidentified. Some elements of this mystery remain elusive, potentially forever obscured. Scientists, forensic experts, and law enforcement authorities have largely ruled out foul play, attributing these occurrences to natural causes in the deaths associated with these findings. Nonetheless, without definitive evidence covering all aspects, absolute certainty remains just beyond reach. The enigmatic waters of the Salish Sea hold their secrets tightly, revealing only what the tide decides to surrender.